Hello, this is lesson number 8 and we're going to be going over a few concepts. So let's start off with find each product. So basically we're just distributing each of these numbers to here. So in this case 2n times 4n is 8n squared. 2n times 1 is 2n. Now we got to do it for the other number. 3 times 4n is 12n. 3 times 1 is just 3. Now, since we have like terms, we can combine them together. 2n plus 12n is 14n, plus 3 plus 8n squared. And that's your answer. Now, let's try solving for the equation. Whenever you have solving for the equation, it's likely that you're trying to solve for a specific variable. So when you have these problems, identify which variable you're trying to look for. So in this case, you're trying to look for the value of the variable x. So our question is, what is x? Well, if you add x on both sides, you get 2x plus 3 equals 4. If you subtract 3 on both sides, you get 2x is equal to 1. Now you divide 2 on both sides, and you get x is equal to 1/2. That is the value that will make this equation true. And now if you want to prove it, we can put back our value into the equation. 1/2 plus 3 equals 4 minus 1/2. This would be 3 1/2 equals 3 1/2. Now that's true. So we can say that x is equal to 1/2. Moving on. Now, to simplify the exponent expression, we have to go over the idea of base and exponent. Now, when you have an exponent, it usually looks like this, correct? And in this case, it is. This part of the exponent is called the base. That just means that it's the number that doesn't change, and this is the exponent where this is being multiplied by. So, when you see this, it basically means this, 3 times 3. Another example, if you see 4 cubed, that would basically be this, 4 times 4 times 4. It all depends on what your exponent value is going to be. So if we go off of that idea, 3 to the second power times 3 to the sixth power, what would that equal? Well, since they have the same bases, we can add their exponents together. And we can only add them when we're multiplying the values. To show you why this is possible is if you factor this out, that would be 3 times 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 3. This is basically equal to 3/8, because that's how much the 3 is repeating, and that's how much you need to multiply by 3. So since there are 8 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, you raise it by the 8th power of the base 3. And the answer to this exponent expression would be 3 to the 8th power. Moving on. Now, multiple choice. Which expression is equivalent to negative 9 to the 6th power? So out of all of these solutions, what is going to produce this outcome? Well, what we have to do is we have to solve all of the problems. Let's see. Negative 9 to the second power, negative 9 to the third power. Do they have common bases? Yes. So since we're multiplying them together, we can add their exponents. That would equal negative 9 to the 5th power. Is that equal to negative 9 to the 6th power? No. So we know that A is wrong. If we move on, negative 9 times negative 9 to the 5th power. Now, let's see. Equals negative 9 to the first power, 1 plus 5, because we're adding those two exponents together because they have common bases and we're multiplying them. So we get negative 9 to the 6th. Is that equal to negative 9 to the 6th that the question is asking for? Yes. So we know, since this is the same outcome, we know that B is the correct answer. Now let's check the other two just in case we're not missing any. You have negative 9 to the 4th to the 2nd power. Now we're multiplying an exponent to an exponent with the base. What this is saying is basically negative 9 to the 4th times negative 9 to the 4th. Whenever you see this exponent, it's basically replicating whatever is inside the brackets or the parentheses, and it's just replicating it how many times this is saying. So since this is 2 times, we only have to multiply them by 2 times. Now, this is more familiar. Same bases, multiplication, we know that this is going to add the exponents together. Negative 9 to the 8th power. So, if we think of it like that, we can say that negative 9 to the 4th power times 2. Times 2. And then now output negative 9 to the 8th power. That's the same thing, but it's much easier to think about. So whenever there's an exponent that's multiplying to the exponent directly, you just multiply it out. But is negative 9/8 equal to negative 9 to the 6th power? No. So we know that C is not correct. If we try negative 9 to the 3rd power, negative 9 to the 3rd power, powered by 3, let's try this out. Going off of the idea from C, we know that we can multiply 3 times 3. Now, that would equal negative 9 to the 9th power. Is this equal to negative 9 to the 6th power? No. So we know that D is also false. So our only answer would be B. Well, that's about it for today. I hope you have a great day. Bye.